What is really happening in Switzerland? Why did two BTS members, Jungkook and Jimin, suddenly appear in a country known for its peaceful mountains and private towns? There was no official announcement, no warning, and no tour schedule. But suddenly, the world seemed to pause when these two global idols were captured on camera in the calm Swiss scenery. It all started with what seemed like an ordinary post, an image of two men in thick jackets standing in front of a traditional Swiss chocolate shop. But as their faces became clearer, the internet exploded. It was Jungkook. And that was Jimin. Netizens immediately flooded social media with theories. Some swore they had seen them at Zurich airport just hours before. Others posted short clips of two figures, looking strikingly similar, smiling on an Alpine train. Were they filming something? Or was this a personal getaway after the long, intense military service? HYB has yet to release any official statement. The silence only fueled the mystery. Some armies speculated that this might be for an international project, a global music video, perhaps a secret fashion collaboration. Others were convinced it was part of BTS's highly anticipated comeback in late 2025. But beyond the endless rumors, one thing was undeniable. The sight of Jungkook and Jimin in Switzerland was far from ordinary. It became an emotional moment for fans who had long waited to see them together again after their military service. One fan wrote, "I couldn't hold back my tears. It felt like a dream to see them again, together, smiling and free." Was this just the beginning of something bigger? Or just a fleeting glimpse of freedom before a full return to the world stage? Time will tell. But one thing is certain. Switzerland became the backdrop for a quiet miracle that stirred the hearts of millions worldwide. The following morning, Swiss media and even some European outlets began reporting on what seemed impossible: two Asian pop stars single-handedly changing the rhythm of a small town overnight. One local paper even headlined, "The night Jungkook and Jimin made Switzerland beat faster." There were no screaming crowds, no flashing paparazzi like in the big cities. But perhaps it was their silent and sincere presence that made the moment feel even more precious. Amid the silence of the mountains, Jungkook and Jimin appeared like memories returning from afar. Real, warm, and full of meaning, new photos emerged, not from paparazzi, but from locals who respectfully captured the moment. In one image, Jimin is seen smiling while hugging a local dog. In another, Jungkook stands near a lake, wearing a black hoodie, staring at the water as if having a quiet conversation with himself. Without a single word, they conveyed so much. About rest. About the peace they were searching for after years under the spotlight. About growth in silence. And about the healing of long-held longing. One European army wrote on a fan forum, "I didn't meet them. But just knowing they are here, on the same continent as me, makes me feel like something inside is healing." Some entertainment industry analysts speculated this might be part of a soft rebranding for BTS post-military service. The mysterious visit felt personal, yet hinted at production. There was a whiff of a documentary, a whisper of visual content, maybe even a special duet album. But until anything is confirmed, the world waits, curious and emotionally captivated. Many, however, simply believed and hoped that this was about friendship. Two lifelong friends escaping the spotlight for a while, exploring the world like ordinary people, and giving themselves the space to breathe. In a world full of pressure and expectations, perhaps this is the truest form of freedom they've ever tasted. And for fans, this is proof that even in silence, their love remains. Even without words, they are present, because for ARMY around the world, Jungkook and Jimin's presence in Switzerland isn't just about travel. It's an emotional milestone, one that signals a bright new chapter, slowly but surely unfolding. As the days passed, the excitement from their appearance in Switzerland did not fade. In fact, the emotional wave among fans only deepened. Online forums overflowed with personal stories, heartfelt reflections, and nostalgic memories of how much BTS has meant to people's lives. Many shared that simply seeing the two walking together in a foreign land somehow brought back a long-lost sense of hope. One international fanbase tweeted, "Seeing Jimin and Jungkook in Switzerland doesn't just remind us of BTS. It reminds us of who we were before the world changed. They're not just back, they're reviving something inside us that we almost forgot existed. There was no denying it. This was more than a vacation. It was a collective emotional experience felt simultaneously by millions. Even those who weren't fans found themselves drawn in by the warmth. Some fans in Europe who happened to meet them in person shared deeply moving stories. A university student from France, on holiday in Interlaken, said she encountered them in a small cafe. She described the atmosphere as peaceful and friendly. No chaos. No screaming. Just smiles from two superstars who, in that moment, felt so human. I didn't dare ask for a photo. But Jimin nodded and smiled at me like he understood what I was feeling, she wrote. That was enough. More than enough. Reports also began to mention a small camera crew trailing behind them at a distance. Theories quickly gained traction that this was indeed part of a special project. Some fans believed it could be a documentary-style comeback content, a slow reintroduction of BTS to the world in a more mature and reflective light. Yet so far, there has been no confirmation. And strangely, that silence makes everything more beautiful. It's as if fans are being invited to feel, rather than just watched. There's something magical in the way they appeared, not in the noise of a concert, nor the chaos of TV studios, but in the stillness of Switzerland. Maybe this is where they feel most honest. And maybe from here, they're slowly letting the world know. We're still here, we're on our way back, and we're bringing our hearts with us. In the end, Switzerland is no longer just about mountains and chocolate. It now holds traces of two stars who chose this place to express something words can't say.